What's up guys, this is Grant Leech and welcome to my channel. We are in the Leech Kingdom where we build ships and all kinds of stuff. Bases, whatever they throw at us, we will build it and make a success thereof. Okay guys, so we are on day 7 of building this Riverside Villa. And yeah, we are gonna continue with section C. So let's build guys. Okay guys, so we are gonna create kind of like a wall to basically get an idea where we want to place stuff in this area. Okay, because it can get a little bit messy and frustrating if you don't really create some kind of guideline for yourself, like, you know, to get an idea of what you want to do. I actually wanted to start building kind of like a courtyard over here, and I was thinking to create like small cages for like dodos, etc., small dinos guys. But we have changed that because yeah, it didn't the roof didn't work out the way it should have. Alright, for the courtyard I have also created these towers, very interesting towers, just for a focus point for this area. I was thinking to put up the flags for the base over here. Alright, now we are continuing. I'm not too much worried about how the walls are facing at this stage, because I'm just getting kind of a blueprint of what I want to do where. And now I'm back at the towers guys, because if, like I said previously, if I'm unsure what I want to do, I go to a different side of the base and start building there where I know what I want to do. And while I'm building this, I'm thinking about this courtyard entrance area of section C. Alright, so I'm not just putting down walls here guys, I'm actually thinking about this area. Alright, and while I'm putting down these towers, it gives me a different perspective of the base. So if I fly away from the base and I look at the base, then I might get a different idea of what I actually want to do in this space, right? And that's what that's a little bit of advice that I'll give you guys. You can get stuck in an area like I mentioned before, and it can get a really pain in the ass. So do all the other little things, put down railings like I'm doing here, just to get an idea of what you want to do and create with this area, and what you want to achieve. Like I said, my previous idea was to create a little small zoo area for smaller dinos, alright, but that changed because I wanted to make it look like the entrance of a castle basically, and that didn't come out quite right. But hey guys, we have no plan for this base, we are just building it and try to make it look really nice. I'm removing these outer parts of this area because those were supposed to be towers as well, but you can't always put down too much of one thing also, because then it starts looking cluttered. Alright guys, and don't rush things in your base. Alright, don't give up and just think, oh well, I'm just gonna put the tower here, it's gonna look alright. No, it's gonna look like shit. Alright guys, so just be calm, breathe, and create a space like it's gonna be something that's created in the real world that you as a person can actually enjoy. Alright, because ultimately you're doing this for yourself. Alright, if you build a shit base, you're gonna struggle the whole time, and at the end of the day the game's gonna be a pain in the ass. It's gonna just not be nice anymore because I'm struggling with my shit base. And if you enjoy what you're doing, and we're living in Ark, then you're gonna have, it's gonna be a joy living and playing on Ark. Alright? Okay, so I'm creating smaller structures, guys, towards the cliff platform, because that's going to be the main bedroom. I wanted to create a bedroom. Well, I actually wanted in the beginning, I was thinking about creating a throne room here, but because of the face of the cliff, that's not really going to be possible. So I thought, oh well, I would like to wake up with the sun in my face. Not really, guys, but you know, looking out over the water. So let's create the first main bedroom area, right? So I'm creating the same structure on the other side, alright, and you guys will have to keep it consistent here. Just ignore the wall on your left hand side, guys. That was the roof that I actually struggled with to create the courtyard. This was a total mess. It took many hours. Well, it wasted many hours of this build because I tried to create a really nice roof and it didn't work out, guys. So we need to remove this platform because it's clashing with our smaller structures towards the platform. And it can get a little bit confusing, guys, so you know, just keep open your eyes because I made this isn't correct. I have to remove this. It needs to go from this angle. Okay, so we're just removing the small, which is a pain. I should have done that, but we'll do it. We'll get to it, you know. Everything doesn't need to be an issue always, guys, really. Okay, so I think we've got our smaller structures placed correctly, getting some perspective to see whether it is placed correctly. And now we're going to place that platform again, trying to keep it in the middle throttle. Alright, and let's hope for the best. It looks like it's not lining up, guys. It's an illusion. Remember, the cliff isn't something that's straight. Alright, so the bolt might be straight and in line, but remember the cliff isn't. Alright, so keep that in mind. And now I'm just closing up the smaller structures. You know, so this is basically baby towers. Alright, just give it a nice look, guys. And it also then corresponds with all your other towers in section. Well, section A doesn't have towers, but it's round, and section B has two towers, defense towers, which is round. So it's all gonna make sense at the end of the day, and also all gonna look very nice. I'm also creating a small bridge towards section B, so that when you're on the first floor, you can just walk over to your room and voila! Home sweet home, you can sleep, little one, and wake up looking over the water. Alright, so we're just gonna remove these glass of this panel, and there we go. We have access to section B. Finishing up these towers, guys, baby towers. Alright, just closing them up, and then we're going to start eventually just do these little ones as well. And now we're on the first level of the little towers towards the bedroom, and we're going to start tinkering here and see what we can do here to make it look nice. Okay, we don't want to make these towers too tall, guys, too high, and I still wanted to keep an open view towards the water. Alright, a real breakaway base here going on here, so you can see what's going on from any point of your base if you're not in the cave area. Alright, within the cave. you can see exactly what's going on wherever you are in your base, basically. Okay, so we're just putting down some handrails, guys, ultimately so that you don't fall off the bridges and stuff, or the platforms, but also to give you an idea of what you want to do. Does it look nice? Doesn't it look nice? What are you going to do? Putting down walls here because I don't want to really look into that platform, high platform. Yeah, and it really looks nice, guys. I mean, okay, this area is a little bit of a, I just made it the height of 2 walls, remember, because it's already higher as the lower tower, because we've got stairs, it's on a different level. So you don't need to make it higher, so to speak, with walls. I played here a little bit, guys, with walls and glass, etc. to just get a feel of what I want to do here. I want to make it look like a tower. I don't want to make it see-through all around. You know, you need to be able to see that this is a tower. Okay, so I didn't use glass all over, and then I removed some of the walls, and now I'm going to put in glass panels and the ceiling, guys. Okay, so let's just put down the ceiling so that if we remove the lower walls, it doesn't take away both walls, alright? So, or the upper wall. As you can see now, the upper wall doesn't go away because you've got a ceiling holding your walls. Alright, now we're just going to make it look nice, and that's what I want to do here. Alright, got a view of the water, and now we're going to just fix this tower a little bit. I'm putting down the walls so that I can put down the ceiling, guys. As you can see, if you remove the wall, both walls are removed because you don't have the ceiling holding your walls in place, right? So keep in mind, guys, if you build a wall that's straight, then when you move the lower wall, the upper walls might stay, alright, in place because they are connected to each other. But when it comes to something that's round, you will have to put down a ceiling for the upper wall to stay where it is, alright? Otherwise the upper wall will just disappear, okay? And now I'm just seeing how it looks like, and then I'll put down the ceiling, guys. There's always a way and the means to do something correctly, guys. You just have to play with it and learn how the mechanics work of building on Ark, basically. Alright, now I'm doing the same on the other side, guys. It's easy on the if you do it the second time. So I'm just doing the same here as on the other side, guys. This is Ground Leech. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe, like and share, and we will continue with section C in the next video. Okay guys, bye.